Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be something a little different because for the last how many palettes that I've done, I haven't actually done anything from the drugstore. But that is all changing today because we are getting to try out the new Milani Gilded Desires palette. When the original swatches came out for this palette a couple of months ago, I was already floored. It looked so gorgeous, so beautiful, and just the perfect mix of warm and cool tones and shimmers and mattes. And there's also two highlighters in here, so you literally get everything you need. And I believe this is like $19.99, I think, on the Milani website, but it's also the same price on Ulta, and that's actually where I got it because it sold out like this on the Milani website. As you can see, the packaging on this is gorgeous, but wait until you see the colors on the inside. Look at those shades. Look how gorgeous they are. And these two, the big ones here, these are both highlighters, but look at that, it's so pretty. I don't know if you guys keep up with Trend Mood, but she always posts everything from deals to swatches to new releases, like as soon as someone puts it on social media. And just yesterday, actually, I think, she had posted that there's two other new Milani palettes in the works. Can't wait for those, but today we're just going to be playing with this one. I've already primed and set my lids, and I actually set it with this shade right here. This is called Naked Truth. But I think now for my first transition shade, I'm actually going to go into this one, which is Crazy for Cocoa. Alright, and we're going to lay this one down with a big fluffy brush in the crease and just above the crease. So far, there's a little bit of fallout in the pan, but there really isn't much on once you're applying the shadow, so there's not a lot on my face, which is really nice. So I can't really decide what shade I want to do next, like if I want to go, I don't know, brown or the wine color. I don't know. This look is already evolving a ton from what I kind of imagined doing beforehand, but that's okay. So next, I think we're going to go into this dark brown shade called Would You Join Me? And that is this one right here. This one also had a little bit of fallout in the pan, but they seem to do great once they're on your lids, so I don't really have a problem with that too much. And we're just going to focus this shade just in the crease. Next, I want to go into the shade called Time to Unwind, which is this really beautiful burgundy shade here. And I want to focus this shade just in the outer corner and then take whatever is just kind of left on the brush and run it into the crease. Okay, so far compared to the other two that I've tried, the two browns, this one is definitely not as pigmented. Like, it's taking a lot more effort to get this color, as bold as it appears on the pan. It is working though, so it's very buildable, but this one, it doesn't come out exactly the way you think it will, when you see it in the pan, unfortunately. That wine shade took a long time to build up, and it just really doesn't come out the way it looks in the pan. You think it's going to be like this really deep, beautiful kind of burgundy color, but it actually comes out more of like a sheerer sort of plum, which I wasn't expecting, but it builds up okay. I kind of got it where I want it, but it's not really as intense as I wanted it to be, so instead I'm going to go back in with one more matte shade, even though I was, that I kind of wanted that to be my last one. And this one is called Black Tie Affair, and it is this black shade right here. And I'm just going to work this slowly into the outer V here just to add a little more depth, since that wine shade really didn't do a whole lot for me. Since I was off camera finishing up that black shade, I went ahead and cut my crease. I always say I'm not going to do a cut crease and then I do it because there's always like a shimmery shade that I really want to try. And I'm not sure, you know, honestly I was thinking about going into the highlighter, one of these, and doing it, but I don't know. I think, let's go ahead, we're going to go into this shade right here. This one is called Most Covet Rosé, and I'm gonna try my finger first. Whoa, whoa. Alright, that was way more intense than I was imagining. I really wasn't sure about this until I put the rest of my makeup on, and I think I'm okay with it now, but at first I was like, oh my god, what did I do? Why did I think this looked good? To finish up the lower lash line, I only want to go in with two colors. We're going to make it pretty simple because I think the lid is kind of speaking for itself right now. So first, let's go back in to this black shade right here and very carefully start tracing the lower lash line with the black. Just be careful because this shade did have quite a bit of fallout, so just build it up slowly and do it little by little. Now that the black shade's down, all I'm going to do is go back into this first lightest brown that I used so that we can diffuse this color and it doesn't look so harsh. And lastly, for the inner corner and brow bone highlight, I think I want to try this really blinding shade here. This one, it's called Brighten Up My Day. Alright, let's try this here. And now let's try to pop a little bit here on the inner corner. Alright y'all, and this is the finished look. I like how it turned out. At first, you know, like I said, I was a little skeptical because when I start something, I have like this whole idea of how it's going to go in my head. And this just went like completely, like if we were headed to California here from Texas, this look went all the way up to Alaska. So, what's the final verdict on the Milani Gilded Desires palette? It's pretty good. There are a couple of shades like that wine colored shade. I didn't like that one. It looks so bold and pigmented in the pan, and then when you actually put it on your lid, it's kind of like, oh, like really disappointing. But then there's other shades, like the browns were really good. That black was surprisingly pigmented. The shimmers were really nice. You know, most of them were really great. Some of the shades did have quite a bit of fallout though, so I do recommend if you're gonna, you know, use this palette, do your eyes first and then your face makeup because you will effectively ruin everything just because of how much fallout these have. The shimmers also have a ton of fallout, a ton. And this is totally personal preference. One thing that I really hate about this kind of packaging is you can see fingerprints a mile away on this. Like, I just really hate seeing fingerprints on stuff. So every time I've like opened and closed this, I take my like sleeve and I start wiping it off because it just bothers me. So I kind of wish the packaging wasn't so like fingerprinty. But other than that, I will reach for this palette again. I probably won't reach for that wine shade. But as far as like, especially I'd use the highlighter. and like it's on my nose, it's here, it's really pretty. Thank you guys so much, like always, for tuning in, and if you did enjoy this video, if you enjoy any of these videos, please don't forget to give them a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button either down below or right up here in the corner before you leave. I hope you guys had an awesome 4th of July. If you're here in the States, happy Canada Day to the ones that I missed in Canada. I think, when was it? Sunday? I think was Canada Day. So, happy Canada Day, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye guys!